Hi, welcome to the You Do You Babe podcast. I'm so excited you stopped by. My name is Cathy Michaels and I'll be hosting the show. I was wondering, have you ever had something happen in your life that left you thinking, now what am I going to do? Well, I did. And not only was I thinking, what am I going to do? It went deeper and had me thinking, who am I really? That's when I decided to start this self-love adventure. I turned inward, working to become a better, healthier, and more confident version of myself. And I've never felt better. I guess the saying's true, everything happens for a reason. So I would love for you to join me as I continue my journey where I'll discuss the things I've learned, experiences I've had, mistakes I've made, and there were quite a few, but more importantly, the breakthroughs I've discovered. We are what we experience, and everyone's experience and perception is different. So please share what's going on in your life too, because after all, we need each other, and together we're better. All right, babes, enjoy the next episode, and we'll talk soon.
So, yeah.
The drinking part was the easiest part for me. That's always I'm not a huge drinker.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter to me. So when did you have the sports bra?
Oh, okay.
When did that come in?
Yeah. So crazy story this is.
When you would work out, she would wear cute workout outfits.
Yeah, I would go to Nike when I was living in the city, and I would just buy all the cute stuff because I was working out in Manhattan. So I was like,
gotta look good.
Gotta look like it, because the classes I went to seriously were for like athletes and models. Like,
so you went to Equinox?
So I went to the classes at Equinox. That's where
Which
I started.
one? Because how many are there? Let's give this Equinox a lot.
I went to a lot of them. There were some really good trainers. I liked like one specific trainer. His classes were the hardest.
What was his name?
He did Tabata classes. His name was Greg James.
And are we friends with him on social media?
I don't have social media, but I was friends with him on social media. Yes.
But we can tag him.
I'll tag him. Okay. Yeah. He, I think he eventually worked at Tone House after Equinox. But anyway, his classes were so hard. I don't know if you've ever heard of Insanity, like Shaun T.
Oh, yes.
So it was like that, but probably harder. Yeah, I can tell because I didn't know Shaun T when I was taking the classes at Equinox. Mm-hmm. After I started doing Insanity, when I moved to Charlotte, I was like, this is where Greg got all of his workouts. Like, it makes total sense. But yeah, so I started doing that. I lost a ton of weight, and then that's when I started branching out to like Tone House, which if you ever look that up, it's literally insane. Like, it's crazy.
Is that in the city as well?
It is. Okay. It's one of those workout classes that it's like turf, red lights, rap music blasting, and it was, I think, an ex-NFL player owns it, and then it's a bunch of like fitness models that are the trainers. Yeah, I've met a couple of fitness models who I have followed on social media that are doing pretty well for themselves. There. And
all right, so you had to play the part.
Yes, had to play the part.
You had to keep up with the girls.
Yeah, tangent there. Keeping up with the girls. So then I looked really good. I had like a six-pack for like a couple of years.
You still look fabulous, but you did look fabulous.
Had a six-pack, got it from boxing. It was great. So I would wear sports bras all the time. Title boxing sadly closed down. So I had to find another job, and I was like, what am I going to do? There was a UFC gym around the corner.
This was in Charlotte. Though. Okay.
Yeah, there's a UFC gym around the corner that one of the other boxing trainers that I was friends with, Vaughn, who's actually a really good boxer. I can give him a plug too, Vaughn Early. Really good boxer in Charlotte. He was like, let's go to UFC gym. He was like, it'll be very similar to Title. And I was like, okay.
Wait, he was a trainer?
He was a trainer. He went there
first. And you were a trainer,
and I was a trainer too. So he was
like, both of you were like, let's go.
Yeah, he was like, let's go.
Okay.
So I was like, okay. So I went there. It was okay. The
vibe wasn't the same.
The vibe wasn't the same, but I was getting a feel of it. Mm-hmm. It was owned by two women, sisters.
Two women.
Like in their
women.
Owned by two women. Their franchise. When the main owner, who I dealt with, she was a little heavier set.
Oh, don't even get me started with women. Women who are supposed to be supporting women. Let's hear it.
They were like 45, 50 years old. And I was like going there to take the classes, to get the vibe, like meet people. And one day I went there and I took a class. I took my like tank top off and I was working out in my sports bra. And
looking fabulous.
Looking great. The other owner, 50-year-old, who was kind of like, I guess, a silent owner, didn't really do work. She was just there. She was in the class, thought everything was cool. I come in next time for my shift, And she's like, so when you work out here, you can't just work out in a sports bra.
The sports bras that the companies make for you to work out in.
Meanwhile, all over the walls is like Ronda Rousey in like short shorts and a sports bra and like all these other female UFC fighters. And I'm like, wait, what? They're wearing less clothing than I am. And like, I don't understand.
They're just pictures.
Yeah. So they're like, it's distracting to the members, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, distracting to them? I'm their trainer. Like, I should look this way. Like, I'm promoting myself so I can get clients.
So funny that you say that.
So I didn't need the job. Like, I'm a part-time personal trainer. I, like, just love doing it. So I didn't need the job. So I was like, you know what? Bye.
Peace.
Like, why would I work for you guys? So then when I was living in New York, I met this woman. I forget how I met her. Her name's Bianca. She runs this blog called Ms. Fit. And I became friends with her. I don't know if my mom or somebody, but I told her about it because I was like, oh, she has a blog. It's wellness. I'm going to like put them on blast. So reached out to her, told her, gave her just what happened. She was like, okay, we're going to do a story on you. So we did an interview on the phone. I forget how we did it exactly. But she posted a really good article. And then Well and Good picked it up, which is like a pretty big online wellness publication. I even wrote to the Charlotte Observer in Charlotte.
I'm glad.
I did. I wrote to everyone because I was so mad. I was like, seriously?
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me I need to put clothes on when, like, aren't we trying to build women's...
But I gotta tell you, if 2 men owned that place, they would have been so proud of you.
Great. You're bringing in business.
You're bringing in business.
I love it. I know.
The women felt threatened.
They felt threatened, for sure. I know.
It's embarrassing.
Isn't it?
As women, that's embarrassing because we should be cheering each other on.
Yeah, well, they should. And they closed down like 3 months later.
Not that we want to see people fail. Yeah, no, I don't want to see people fail. However, karma.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, definitely karma.
That's terrible. I would have been proud. She's my trainer. Yep, this is who we hire. Yep. This is how you're going to look from here and here only.
Exactly.
She didn't get that body from anywhere else.
No.
You know?
Yeah, this is all from fighting.
Right.
Yeah, this is how you can look if you do these workouts. Right. And that's what I was trying to do.
I know.
Yeah. I know.
People are silly.
I know. So then I left there and then I became an actual personal trainer at a gym where I'm still working for the last 7 years now, I believe.
You like helping people.
I do. I'm a helper.
Because at one point you did a business where you would be people's personal
I started a business. Right? So my career, since I was 24, I have been an assistant. I now am...
She takes after her mother.
Yes.
You took after your mother.
I now am an office manager and executive assistant at a private equity firm. So I support like 11 people. And I've literally been in a support role for my whole career.
But you did your own business for a while.
But yes, I did my own business for a while. Personal assistant business. I called it Faire Tout, which in French means do everything. I had like 4 clients.
But not only did you just do things for them, this is how when you would talk to me about it, you like gave them like a better way of living.
Yeah.
Like, you got them food, but it was like, no, you're not going to order that hamburger and this. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to get you healthy. And you went like on a healthy route to just helping them. Yeah.
I had one guy who I was close to, who I actually also personal trained, that I would go food shopping for him and I would food prep for him. Yeah. But I would food prep like healthy-ish things because it was him and his 2 sons. So then I would go over in the morning before work, drop off like a crock pot meal, plug it in, and then go to work. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was good.
You like doing that.
I was single, so I had a lot of free time.
Right.
So I was working at Wells Fargo, and then I was doing the personal training, and then I was a personal assistant, and it was good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah. You definitely like helping people.
I love helping people.
Yeah. Yes. Especially you've overcome so much. So much.
All about solving problems. Like that is my biggest thing. Solving problems, efficiency.
Right.
Just efficient in everyday life.
I think it's in our blood.
Yeah.
Because I used to I would be like, now I'm just all about solving my own problems.
Yeah.
but I would always help everybody.
Yeah.
You know, but that's a good way to be sometimes. But now you're married and now you can't really give all your energy out to people.
No.
So that with the sports, back to the sports bra article, they ended up closing.
Yeah, they closed.
Did you get any repercussions from them?
No.
Did they know about the article? Did
Probably.
we send it to them?
I think I may have emailed it to them. I think. I don't remember. Actually, I really think I did. I definitely sent them an email of some sort. I'm pretty sure.
I just think
because I can't let people I'm like a vigilante when it comes to like people being bad people.
Yeah.
I feel like I have to say something. I used to feel more so like that. Now I've just taken I've been like, okay, I just need to relax. Karma.
You do you, babe.
You do. Karma will come around.
Karma will come around.
I need to get over that.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. But I also feel that currently in the moment that there are a lot of people against me right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing me.
Mm-hmm.
It's threatening.
Yeah, it's threatening. People are jealous. I try to explain that to Mason all the time.
Mason is her
9-year-old stepson. Yes, Mason's my stepson. He gets, I'm not really bullied, but like kids are mean.
Kids are mean.
And it's like, Mason, kids are mean because they're jealous of you. You just got to ignore it. They just like want what you have.
Either they're jealous of you or the girl likes you.
Yeah.
Or the boy likes you.
Whatever.
At that age.
But yeah, I feel like 90% of the time it's because someone's jealous.
Yeah.
Because they can't do it. They think they can't do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So then you did this whole 30 and you still, what's going on with your weight loss journey now?
So now I've been married for about 1.5 years. And, once you get married, kind of, you get less strict on yourself, I think, because you're comfortable. You accept that you have to go up one size in clothes. Mm-hmm. You just buy bigger clothes. Mm-hmm. And then, I don't know.
But
it's just one of those
you're not
things.
relying on your husband to make you feel good about yourself.
No. I rely on myself for pretty much everything.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a blessing and a curse. I'm very independent, and I know that like I make everything happen that I want to happen. That is like not a doubt for me. Like I started listening to your book, Tara Schuster's Buy Yourself the Fucking Lilies. And
love that book, ladies.
It's
love
good.
That book.
But the way that she feels about herself, I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't feel that I love myself actually. Yeah. Like compared to that, I'm like, I never have said to myself, you're a loser and you suck. Like I like know that I can do things. Like I don't know. I guess I just got.
And this is why you're my inspiration.
Yeah.
You've gone through shit, and you're like, I love myself. And
yeah.
It takes a while to get there.
Yeah.
For me, well, luckily for you, and I do feel that this is very lucky. Even though you got married later in life, you were able to find who you were all these years, mm-hmm. and then you found your man, mm-hmm. and you're making your family, mm-hmm. and I think that's beautiful. For me, I was 15, I had medical issues, whatever, and I basically, when I look back now, I probably settled because I was not loving myself because mm-hmm. that was not a part of my life. Yeah. And it's hard to train your brain now at 46. Yeah. I'm doing things backwards.
I know.
One of my Janissa. Yeah. Janissa, hi Janissa. we know Janissa. Janissa told me, there's all these stages in life, right? And everybody goes through all of them. The dating, the this, the that, the college, the getting married, all that stuff. She goes, you just happen to be doing yours in a different order. Yeah. But you're always going to hit those stages.
It's true. But you learn.
That's how you learn. Yeah. But it's so hard at this age. Like for me, where all of my friends are... Well, I'm just going to say married. I'm not sure how they are mm-hmm. in their marriage, but they're married and, their kids are getting older and they have their person. And I just find it difficult because I've always had a person, not saying it was the right person, but I've always had a person. So now not to have a person at this age is like so difficult.
Yeah, it's probably a huge change.
It's a huge change.
Yeah.
So
I did enjoy, like, being single was fun. Like, when you're single, I guess when you look back at it, when you're not single and you look back at being single, you're like, God, being single was so much fun.
I don't find it
Obviously, fun. I wouldn't go back to being single because I love Matthew. Uh-huh. But, like, I look back and I'm like, oh, like, I was living in New York and I just took a train to Boston.
But you were young.
I was young. I was in my late 20s.
Yeah. Like, that's... I'm 46.
Yeah. You can still go to Boston.
Oh, I mean, I can go anywhere. I'm not worried about that.
Traveling is like the biggest thing for me. I love to travel. And it was nice to know like you had no responsibility. Anybody else, you could literally do whatever you want.
Well, you didn't have. I still have my children.
You do still have your children.
So it's a little bit harder for mm-hmm. me. But I do look at you and I'm like, you know what? Mm-hmm. You did it for a long time.
Yeah, I did. I dated a lot of guys. Yeah, I was boy crazy for sure, and I learned a lot. I dated a lot of different kind of guys.
Well, Baskin & Robbins has 31 flavors.
Yes, definitely way more than 31 flavors. But yeah, the books that I read. So I dated a lot of people. I read a lot of books. When you read the dating books, though, like I think that's kind of what. After you date all the wrong guys, then you read the dating books. You're like, oh my god, yeah, this is all. I did all those things, and this is where I am now. And it's funny because I went through like a crisis because I dated like 3 guys.
Sometimes I would think you were a Lifetime movie with some of the guys you dated.
Oh god, yeah, I know. I stopped dating the Lifetime movie guys, and then after the Lifetime movie guys were over, I dated like 3 guys between the ages of 30 and 32, and like between 3 different guys all around the same time. And
you dated 3 different guys around the same time?
I dated 2 like at the same time-ish. But like not seriously. Like it wasn't.
No.
Yeah.
You're just dating.
Just dating. So it was like super casual. And like one of them we dated for like summer, and it kind of was like a mutual like, yeah, I mean, it was fun. Like we can still be friends, and we both we felt the same way about it, so it made it easy. He actually came to my 30th birthday and like got me. He's the one who got the ice luge, the Van Halen ice luge.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So it's cool when you have a relationship with someone that you don't like hate afterwards, or like that if you saw them on the street, you wouldn't be like,
nice.
like you'd be the person that'd be like, hey, how are you? Okay, see ya, gotta go now.
I don't know what that's like. I haven't dated.
Yeah, but there's other guys, like the other 2 guys that I was dating around that same time. If I saw them, I'd be like, oh my god,
that's wrong. I have dated, and right after I left, Christian and I split up, but it's not for me.
I know I know when you're like cold dating, like online, like doing that, I feel like it's different than like meeting people.
I mean,
like, somewhere.
this is a whole nother episode dating. I have some stories
that
I'm just like, it gives me the ick right now.
Yeah.
Like, first
guys
of all,
are weird.
Yeah.
Really
guys
weird.
are weird. Mm-hmm. Luckily, when I don't like something, I know right away. Mm-hmm. And I definitely do not play games. Mm-hmm. I am not a game player. If I wasn't feeling you, I text you. Mm-hmm. It was a lovely evening. Yeah. Not interested.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my God. But the guy, like one guy tried to feed me. Like, no, dude, my hands work. One guy, every time we had to go left or right, he would touch my waist and turn me left or right. What are you doing? I know my left from my right.
Don't touch me.
And I told him, I'm like, dude, just tell me which way we're going.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Yeah. I know.
I met my husband at 15 and I married him. Mm-hmm. So there wasn't a lot of men in my life. Yeah. So when a man touches me, I'm just kind of like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Don't touch me. And if you are lucky enough to touch me, then you're lucky.
The only way you're touching me is if you're stepping down, like step, and you need to put your hand out to like help me walk down.
No, I'm just saying, like if you get the opportunity, then something very special about you. Yeah. Because I am not one of those women. I'm just not. I don't know, and maybe I'm a little immature about that, but this, what you see here, not many people see.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. That's how it should be, honestly.
Yeah, I think, 2 people.
Be selective.
That's pretty much it.
Be selective.
But
you'll go through phases. It'll be a cycle.
I don't know, because that's just my mindset.
Well, if what Janessa is saying is true, you go through all the phases, then you will have phases.
Yeah, but phases of dating, like I did. I think it was like 8 guys, and I was just like, and one after the other, I was just like, this is, like I just wanted to vomit. Like these guys, I did have one date that was absolutely amazing. And we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
I mean, just out of this world, amazing, and changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the good ones. I mean, and plus, like, your time of dating, you're now at like an elevated level of dating. So I feel like your standard for dates should be like doing fun things. You're not just going to the movies or
movies
dumb
will never
stuff.
be a date.
Like, something interactive.
Honestly, I don't even want to go to dinner. I'm at the point where I don't even want to go to dinner
Bowling's
anymore.
always, like, stuff like that. I love that
just
stuff.
Kidding.
I would do that.
I would do that. But I'm fine with just walking around, like, Botanical Garden and talking and getting to know, seeing if we're compatible.
Yeah.
But right now, I'm just not into dating.
Yeah.
I
get that.
Don't get me wrong.
You could date for, like, friend. Like, finding some people to, like, just hang out with. Like, if you find multiple guys that you're like, I like all of you.
I was told guys and girls cannot be friends.
Well, you're not like, you can't be friends when you have other significant others. That you can't do that. I don't think you can do that. Unless you're couple friends. Like, I don't know.
No, I was told by a single guy, guys and girls cannot be friends. And I'm like, that's so, for me, it's very untrue.
Yeah, one of them usually likes the other.
That's
true.
what he was telling me. Because I'm like, you're too young for me. I just I wanted to ask him a bunch of questions. Because he would talk. It was a guy I met on Instagram. He would do videos about dating.
Oh, men. Yeah. Did I send him to you?
No,
different guy.
This is a different guy. And I found, like, some of the things he was saying was so interesting. I'm like, his name was John. I'm like, John, let's meet up.
Yeah.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
Okay. John lacks me. He I don't follow him anymore because now I think he's so, I just changed.
Yeah.
I'm just I was trying to figure out whatever. I was trying to figure out men because I just don't know men. I know one guy and I realized that, he pretty much screwed up my head. But anyway, so he would talk, and I was like, John, let's meet for a drink. I'll buy you a drink. Now, he's 32. I've got no interest in anybody in their 30s and younger. Meanwhile, I've had a few, I won't say a lot, but a few invitations. And I'm like, dude, let me cook you dinner and do your laundry. I'm not going to bed with you. Like, that's just not happening. Yeah. If you're closer to my son's age, it's just not okay with me.
Yeah.
It's not okay. Even though there are plenty of women, and I know a few who have no problem, I just cannot. Like, it's just my moral compass, Like, I've got a 22-year-old. Like, there's just no way that's happening.
It's kind of weird.
It's weird. Thank you. Yeah. Where some women are like, you got to try it at least once. I'm like, it's just, again, I just can't do it.
It's not your thing.
It's not my thing. I'm just different. Mm-hmm. I'm very different. I think in that department, I'm reserved. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I know what I like. I know what I want. And maybe one day.
Have you recently watched Sex and the City? I feel like it's a good thing for you to just rewatch the whole series. All 6 seasons and the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I could do that again.
Yeah. It's just fun because there are things that happen in that show that you're like, oh my God, that has happened to me. That's crazy. Or something similar has happened. Yeah. And I think it's a really good show.
Yeah.
Good dating show.
The thing is, for me, I have to connect with you in some sort of way. And the conversation.
Yeah.
I want a smart guy.
Yeah.
I need a man who can show me, who can teach me, because I feel like I was kind of sheltered. Mm-hmm. I've been here in this little town my whole life. Mm-hmm. There's a great big world out there. Mm-hmm. And I want to learn. And I was just saying to you last night, like, trust.
Yeah.
I'm having, like, this issue about trusting, which is...
Yeah. Valid.
Yeah, valid. Yeah. But, I just, I don't know. I need, I don't know. I don't know what I need. I know what I want.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely know what you want, and trust obviously is like the biggest thing. Like Matthew is the only like guy I've ever trusted as much as I do. Like I have no like doubts at all. But
Matthew was even saying he's got trust issues too.
He went through a lot.
Yeah, and he also says sometimes, he's afraid to tell you something because maybe he's worried about how you're going to react to it.
But he always does.
No, I'm not saying
No. He's a good communicator.
He worries, whatever. But yeah, he is a good communicator. We're going to have Matthew on the show because the guy's perspective is
very interesting.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting on the show. I did it again.
I mean, this is a show.
I know, but I feel like, I should be like on TV.
Yeah. Well, you kind of are. YouTube.
That's true. YouTube.
Yeah.
So talk about, you were talking about your thoughts.
Yeah.
And how your thoughts create your world. Manifest.
Yes, manifesting. I listened to the book The Secret. You listen to that?
I read it.
It was interesting. It gives you a whole new perspective on how you think about things. Because basically what it's saying is your thoughts are what happens. But then sometimes if you think the opposite thought, it was a little confusing. But when it came to weights, if you're always thinking about weights and needing to lose weight and I can't eat that and I'm going to gain weight, then you are going to gain weight or you are
you can't eat that. You don't
can't
want to
eat
talk that way.
No, you don't want to talk that way. So you have to change your talking to yourself, and then that's what helps things manifest.
You unblock things.
Yeah, you unblock it. And I have felt the day, I'll be super stressed. I'll feel like I gained weight and I'll be stressed about it. And then I feel like I just can't get out of that loop.
Yeah.
And then I'll just kind of tell myself, okay, just relax. And then it'll be a week where I'm I feel great. And I didn't really do much different except for not obsess about what I'm going to eat. So definitely think manifesting helps.
Manifesting helps, except when... So for me, I would think about things and manifest things. And I had a life coach who would tell me, okay, what you're saying is a positive thought, but how you're saying it is not positive.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So then I learned how to say things a certain way, manifest. But I want it to happen the next day.
Yeah, you gotta wait for it. Gotta have patience.
I'm so impatient.
I know. I am too. And you know what got me to be patient? Moving to the South.
Moving to the South. That's not happening.
I know. But honestly, when I was an assistant in New York, and other people didn't answer me through email, it would, 6 hours later, I'll be what's going on? Following up. And now I give people sometimes even 48 hours or even maybe 3 days. All right, I'll respond to them. It's just, I don't know, I think just the laid back mentality of the South. Yeah.
And everywhere else. It's
and then
not just the South. It's pretty much New York. And maybe California people are.
Yeah, they seem pretty laid back.
Oh, they're laid back.
I would think they're pretty more laid back.
So it's just New York and New Jersey, the tri-state area. Yeah. Let's go.
Really just the tri-state area. Once you get out of the tri-state area, I think you can just naturally
chill.
Become more patient. And then Matthew is pretty laid back, so it makes it easy just to chill.
I don't have patience. I need to learn patience. See, I almost said it in a bad way.
Yeah.
I need to learn patience.
Yeah.
And that's really hard.
There's a lot of good books on that. I went through a phase where I was a big self-help phase, 6 months.
That's where I am.
Because me and Matthew broke up for 2 months. And during that 2 months, I was okay, I need to reevaluate my life. And
that's where I am.
I did. So I did Emotion Code. I read the Emotion Code book. And then I found a woman who did that. It was like Reiki thing. Yeah. I still go. I go quarterly. I've been going for the last 6 years.
For Reiki?
It's Emotion Code.
Oh, Emotion. Oh, that lady.
Susan Reynolds. Susan. Yeah, you saw her.
Yes.
Yeah, she's great.
Susan Reynolds.
Reynolds. I actually saw her 2 weeks ago.
Emotion Code.
Yeah, she clears all the negative emotions. I pretty much
Do you go to her?
I go to her.
Yeah. The next time I'm visiting you, I'm going to go to her. I told her that.
Yeah, she's great. And then she gives you a remedy and you take the drops. And I honestly feel when I take the drops and just do what she says, I feel way better.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do actively work every day, mentally trying to...
It's not, you can't stop.
No, you can't stop.
This journey, I'm when I'm healed.
Yeah.
What do you mean when?
No.
This doesn't end.
It's forever.
It's forever.
Yeah. I started journaling and it's we're on this vacation. I haven't journaled once.
I love.
And I'm
you haven't?
No, I brought it with
wake
me.
Up and set time
I know.
But that's why I do it first thing in the morning. I remember I haven't ever remembered my dreams except when I was falling off a cliff and then I would wake up. That would be the only dream in my life that I would remember.
Yeah.
I
remember all my dreams. I remember a lot of my dreams. Well,
now my dreams have become vivid.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
But boy, have some been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm like... It could be 4 a.m. and I'm awake because I woke up from the dream because I'm like heart's racing.
Yeah.
And I'm like writing in the journal what my dream was about, trying to remember every detail of my dream.
Yeah.
It's so exciting. It's so exciting, especially for me where I never remember my dream except for when I'm falling off a cliff. I have to go see what that dream is about, the falling off a cliff dream, because let's see if I can correlate it to my life.
I had a random dream a couple of nights ago. Well, it was probably like a few weeks ago now that I remembered, and I was like in a room full of peacocks. They were like white peacocks everywhere. And they like weren't attacking me. I was just like walking through, but I was also like, what in the hell? All with their feathers open.
Wow, beautiful.
Yeah. So it was just a room full of that. And then I woke up and I remembered it. And I told Matthew.
Did you look it up? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, of course I looked it up.
Okay.
It was basically, there was like, you know, when you look up your dreams, there's like multiple things. It could literally be anything. And
take the most common.
You take the one that you're like, oh yeah, that one. The one that you want out of it.
The one that resonates with you.
Yeah. It was like, I think it was about like being successful or starting a new.
That's so
it's
funny,
always like
that's how I see peacocks
as
being very successful.
Yeah, so it was about that. But then, you know.
Which you are starting a new thing.
I am. So yeah, it's interesting. When I have a vivid dream like that, where it's like a symbol, an obvious symbol, like Hugh dreams about white peacock, like remembers that and dreams about that, then that has to be something like talking.